All right, hey everybody, we're back with another news feed here for you. Today we're going to be talking about this dude right here, the Frontier. Why is everybody buying this thing? Why does everybody all of a sudden want the Nissan Frontier? Sales for this thing are just killing it. So if we take a look at that and dive into the sales figures on this here, let's pause this for a second. We'll let him keep going through some of this stuff in a minute, but let's go over here and look at, there it is. We're going to cover that in a second. But we look at here. This is first quarter sales of 2024. Okay, this is the sales rankings on here. And here's full size if you want to just take a quick glance at it and see what's winning here. I love how, like I said, I've said this in other videos. Ford says they got the #1 best-selling F-Series full-size truck. And they do. But realistically, it's only because GM splits their Sierra and Silverado in two different companies. But same truck, if you combine them, look at, they outsell them by 25% more. They got 50,000 more sold than Ford does. Pretty interesting how that goes when you take a look at it. But you can see a Tundra down here at the very bottom, selling slow. But when we get to midsize, look at right here. Nissan Frontier, #1 in sales for this quarter. Now, technically, the Ranger is a little slow because it came out later, and so did the Tacoma. They even say on here, right here, that kind of a long way of telling Toyota fans not to panic. The Tacoma hasn't been dethroned. The new one is simply in short supply, and that may be true, but realistically, right now, it's pretty hard to find a Nissan Frontier on the lot. Everybody's buying them. As you can see, their sales are up huge, and there's a million Tacomas on the lot. I just drove by one today as we went our Cracker Barrel. And Chili's restaurants that we go to a lot are right next to our Toyota dealer here, and there's no less than 25 Tacomas lined up sitting right there. We go over towards the Nissan dealer, can't find a Frontier on the lot. There's just not even one available. So the sales numbers for these Frontiers are huge. Why are people buying them? What are they after? We'll cover the deals in a minute. I've done that in other videos, and we'll link them at the end. Remember, I post a video every single day. Let's go back over to here, and let's let some of this play out for a minute here while we talk about some things. This is just some background for you, but I want to cover this. Why are people buying the Frontier? It's one of the last one outside of the Ridgeline, which is not a body-on-frame truck, and outside of the Gladiator, which people think is a special purpose off-road vehicle, which it is very good at. It's also very good on the road. But as far as the other ones that are more truck, you really have the Colorado and Canyon, you have the Tacoma, you have the Ranger, and you have the Frontier. Okay, it's your only options to pick from. The Colorado and Canyon combo has went to a turbo 4-cylinder motor. The Ford has went to a turbo 4-cylinder, or now coming out with a turbo V6 option, and a Tacoma is now a turbo 4-cylinder motor. So realistically, if you kick out the Gladiator and the Ridgeline, the only one that is a naturally aspirated V6 engine is this Frontier. It is the only one that still does that. Everything else now is very loaded down with tech, very loaded down with complicated systems that can fail, complicated systems that are proving to fail all over the place. And the more complex it gets, the harder it is for these companies to make them work. The more complex, or I should say the bigger of a jump in complexity that a company makes from what they're used to, the more failures are there. Look at Toyota. Toyota has always made incredible trucks, but what they've done with the Tundra and the Tacoma and all this stuff, and how they went from archaic designs that were bulletproof to having more tech almost than any other company, it's crushing them right now. They're in a whole lot of trouble with this, and they're fighting their way out of it. So, but Nissan is still archaic designs. Okay, they are old school designs, but they are functional. They are what we call proven designs. That is a key thing. And that naturally aspirated V6 is simple to work on, simple to work. It runs forever. It's easy to maintain. It's got enough power to do everything you need it to do. People see that. They want the simplicity of a truck. They want to get in it and know that when they touch the start button, it fires up every time, and it will take them wherever they need to go and do whatever they need to do. They don't care about the rest, and they want it for a good price. The Frontier has the price in spades. It blows the doors off of all other trucks right now out there. So it's absolutely fantastic there. The affordability wins hands down. And it is still Japanese quality, like what Toyota is. So the people that were huge Toyota fans that loved what Toyota was offering and what Toyota could provide to them, that has now failed because of all the complexity and the systems that Toyota's put in there and the things that have gone wrong, they have nowhere to go. They don't know what to do. They don't trust Ford. They don't trust GM. They don't know what to do. They only have one option. Nissan in the Frontier, which is still Japanese. It may not be made in Japan, but it is a Japanese company like Toyota is. The Tacoma's not made in Japan. Okay, so they're like, okay, well, I can have one made in the U.S. or I can have one made in Mexico. I'll take the Japanese company that makes it in the U.S. That's Nissan. So there's a lot of reasons they're going for it. And as you see here, this truck is a beautiful truck. It's not lacking in any sort of way. And you got multiple versions of it too. You can go with the SV if you're more of an on-road, light off-road. I'm not saying the SV won't go off-road, because it will. But if you're more hardcore in the off-road, you got the Pro 4X, which is a great truck too. Let's look at these for a second and see what we have coming here. There's a Pro 4X seats right here, zero gravity seats. Like I said, it's a great system. This truck is amazing. We'll pause that. Maybe we'll come back to it if we got more to talk about. But let's go over here and look at this. So here's our models. Let's look at the Crew Cab SV. Let's stay with the SV models and then into the Pro 4X. But let's turn this sideways for a second here, just so it makes sense. Okay, let's do this. Right. So you got a Crew Cab SV, right? Okay, that's very cool. Now, if we go, let's go this way. Hold on. Let's go over here. Let's go back this way. Let's look at this. Okay, here's a Crew Cab SV, which is the only way every other truck comes. Okay, for the most part. So let me turn that phone off there. Now you can get the access cab in a Tacoma, but I don't know if that's with a 6-foot bed, I think. But Chevy and Ford, they're this style only for these. Now, if we look at it, we can get it with this cab in here too, which is a beautiful thing. You can get that 6-foot bed. Okay, you get the access cab with a 6-foot bed, which if you're using it for work, fantastic feature. That's very nice. You can also get it in a crew cab configuration, such as this we have right here, like we see most of these trucks. You can also get it in a crew cab long bed. Okay, nobody else is offering this. Toyota used to in their third gens. Look at how nice this is. 6-foot bed. Now again, it'd be a little trickier off-road, but if you're using it as a work truck or as a family vehicle or as a hauling vehicle or anything you're doing with it, this is a beautiful thing. Still 4-wheel drive, still capable, gonna get through the snow, gonna get through the sand, gonna get through the mud, gonna get you to your hunting camps, it's gonna get you anywhere you need to go. It's gonna do fantastic. Okay, right there, and you get a long bed option, and it's super insanely affordable. I'll show you that when we get done here. Now, we also have the hard body edition, which is pretty cool if it's something you're interested in. Throwback to the old style. That's a very nice truck. And then we have the Pro 4X, which is right here, which is your more off-road version. And you can see it based on the styling and what's there. And the same thing, this is that short 5-foot bed crew cab model like we see all these other ones in. They're giving you options. They're giving you lots of options. Look up here at the top as we scroll through all of these different trims or styles and trim sizes that you get for this, and as far as shapes as well too, from long bed half cabs, long bed crew cabs, short bed crew cabs, Pro 4X version, SV version, S version. I mean, they're giving you a lot to choose from to meet what you're looking for. Absolutely beautiful. And again, we get the reliability, we get the simplicity, we get the proven design, we get the naturally aspirated V6, we get the affordability, we get the Japanese quality, we get it all. That's why people are in love with this truck right now. Okay, what everybody that used to be a fan of Toyota, that doesn't like what Toyota is doing now and doesn't like the direction they're going in, is jumping on this Frontier. And again, as we saw, those sales are showing that tremendously. And this is only over 3 months, up 16%. Okay, that's a massive. Now, the Colorado's up 12% too. Colorado's incredible. Canyon's up 10% too. And if you combine, again, because it's the same truck between GM, but if you look at that, you're at 20,000 of them for the Colorado and the Canyon, and that's right there. They're almost on par. The Colorado and Canyon combined is right there with the Frontier, and the Colorado and Canyon are one of my all-time favorite trucks. They're absolutely amazing for 2023 and 2024. But this Nissan is killing it right now. They're absolutely crushing it. So how do their prices look? So we go here. This is for a Nissan Pro 4X. And again, I've done full detailed deep dives into these things for you. I will link them at the end of this. I've also done a comparison video between SV and the Pro 4X. I will also link that in here for you. So at the end, there will be thumbnails up in the corners like here and here, and it'll be spread around here that will show you what you can, these videos. But Pro 4X, I just did a nationwide search. Pro 4X, they're basically $7,000 to $8,000 off MSRP. Look at these numbers. Okay, that's a steal, and this is a Pro 4X. Okay, this is not this is the Pro 4X version right here. We're talking top dog Pro 4X. And then we can also go over here to the SVs. We look at the SVs 2024. We click on new. Let's see how many there is too here for you. 2,000 or 2,200 of these right here. You see 2,200 of them nationwide in an SV form. I did click on four-wheel drive, so these are four-wheel drive only. Look at these prices: $29,000 for a four-wheel drive with a long bed, $30,000. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, these prices are insane. They're huge. They're $6,000, $8,000, $9,000 off on these trucks, which is just amazing. How many Pro 4Xs were there nationwide? We got 2,523 of these 2024s right now. Now, I do believe 2024 will be the year to buy, because in 2025, they're getting more tech, bigger screen. We don't know exactly all the updates that are coming. They will keep the same motor. They will keep the same trans. It will basically be the same truck with some tech upgrades that we know are coming, but the prices will probably go up significantly as well too, or in the form of not being these kind of current deals available. So if you're looking for one, man, between now and now, when that 2025 comes out, is not a bad time. There's still, I'd be watching how many of these are available. When that number starts dropping, these deals are just going to get better and better, and I would not hesitate to jump on these. But these are the reasons that everybody wants the Frontier right now. This is a reason the Frontier has jumped from bottom of the list to where it used to be to the absolute top of the list where it is right now. It is because of what every other manufacturer has done. People don't want what the new mid-size trucks are. They don't want tech. They don't want complicated V6 or turbo motors, and they don't want the BS that's coming along with it, and they don't want the high prices. That's why these are winning. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.